What's up, YouTube? Thomas L here. With Jeremy Renner reprising his role as Hawkeye in Avengers Endgame, I decided to do my top 10 favorite Jeremy Renner movies. Because I've been a big fan of Jeremy Renner for years. I mean, I think the guy is a tremendous actor. He's been in some pretty decent stuff over the years. And so, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite Jeremy Renner films. Coming in at number 10 is more of a guilty pleasure of mine, and that is Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter. Here you got Jeremy Renner who plays the character Hansel and Gemma Arterton who plays Gretel, who of course who are now grown up and after defeating the witch when they were a kid are now professional witch hunters. This movie it's dumb. I will admit it is completely dumb, but it is fun. I mean, it's a really fun time to watch. When I saw this movie in theaters, I completely had fun with it. I like the chemistry between both Renner and Arterton. They were great together. Of course, Famke Janssen plays the villain in this. She was terrific. Yeah, Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter is a really fun film to watch. If you guys haven't seen it, if it's on TV or if it's like on Netflix or whatever, wherever you can find it, check it out. I think you'll have fun with it. Coming in at number 9 is Ben Affleck's film The Town. Jeremy Renner was great in this movie. I mean, here, Jeremy Renner pretty much plays a guy named James who teams up with Doug McGray, played by Ben Affleck, who of course is the who leads a band of ruthless bank robbers, and of course Jeremy Renner is one of the robbers here. Jeremy Renner, I thought he was terrific here. I liked his chemistry between Ben Affleck. John Hamm was also in this. You also had Blake Lively. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen this, to be honest with you, but I really enjoy this movie. It's really fun. It's entertaining. It's a really good bank robbery film, and Renner really stole lots of scenes. I believe Jeremy Renner scored an Oscar nomination for this too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there, but anyway, Jeremy Renner really was great in this one. Definitely check out The Town if you've never seen it. It's really good. Coming in at number 8 is Wind River. How on earth did this movie not get any Oscar love is still beyond me. Maybe because it was from the Weinstein Company, and of course the Weinstein Company had that bankruptcy and the stuff with Harvey Weinstein. Maybe that could be it. But that aside, this movie was great. I mean, Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen were both great in this. I mean, in it, Jeremy Renner plays a guy named Corey Lambert, who's a wildlife officer who finds the body of an 18-year-old woman on the American Indian reservation in snowy Wyoming. And so, like, when the autopsy reveals that she was raped, FBI agent Jane Banner, played by Elizabeth Olsen, arrives to investigate, and she teams up with Lambert as the guide. And so, like, the duo, of course, soon find out that their lives are in danger while trying to solve the mystery of the teen stuff. I mean, this was directed by the same writer of Hell or High Water, and it's a great film. It is really engaging. Good performances by Renner and Olsen. Gil Birmingham, how did he not get an Oscar nomination? It's beyond me. He was great in this movie. John Bernthal was great. I really enjoyed this film so much. It's a little slow, I admit, but it was still pretty decent. If you guys never seen Wind River, check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. And it also had a pretty cool twist at the end, which I'm not going to spoil because there's probably still not people who haven't seen this movie, which is a shame because more people should check out Wind River. Alright, coming in at number 7 is David O. Russell's film, American Hustle. Now here, Jeremy Renner plays a New York mayor here. And like the film stars Christian Bale as Irving Roosevelt, who dabbles in forgery and loan sharking. But when he forged for a fellow grifter named Sidney Proser, played by Amy Adams, things of course change in a big way. And so, like, court red-handed by FBI agent Richie DeMazzo, played by Bradley Cooper, Irv and Cindy are forced to work undercover as part of the Mafio's sting operation to nail the mayor, played by Jeremy Renner. And of course, you have Jennifer Lawrence was also in this as well. You even had Robert De Niro. I mean, some really good cast members were in this. Of course, American Hustle scored lots of Oscar nominations when it was released. It's a great movie. David Russell directed this perfectly. I mean, when I first saw this, like I literally thought it was a Martin Scorsese production as well, because you'll be be forgiven if you think that this movie is a Martin Scorsese film, because it felt more like a Martin Scorsese movie than a David Russell film. But yeah, David Russell did a great job with this movie, and the performances by Renner, by Lawrence, and the other cast were all great. Definitely check out American Hustle if you guys haven't seen it. It's a really good little film. Coming in at number 6 is Tag. Now, when this movie got released, we made lots of people always made jokes about Jeremy Renner being in this, because this movie got released a year after Infinity War. Then when we saw the trailer, lots of people, including myself, made a joke saying, "Oh, that's why Hawkeye didn't join the Avengers, because he was too busy playing tag." Anyway, Tag is terrific. It is really funny. It's a movie about a grown man playing tag. That sounds like a dumb. That do sound a bit dumb. But you know what? When you see the movie, it actually has lots of heart than you expect. I mean, in it, you got childhood friends played by Jeremy Renner, John Hamm, Jake Johnson, Hannibal Buress, and Ed Helms, who has been competing in the same game of tag for over 30 years. And so, like, when Jerry, played by Jeremy Renner, gets married, he attempts to retire from the intense annual game without ever being it. And so, like, they, of course, have to try to find a way to finally get him, you know. Jeremy Renner was funny here. I mean, it's really hard. It's always forgetting how much funny Jeremy Renner could be, because he could do comedy well. I mean, he also had comedy on that. He did, of course, hosted SNL once. I keep forgetting how great he could get with comedy. He's really great at that genre. Anyway, Tag is really funny. I mean, it's more about grown men playing tag. It's also about it's a movie about friendship. It's really heartfelt, and believe it or not, it's based on a true story, which I thought was a little weird. But then when I saw it, okay, that's how much of a true story it is. But yeah, definitely check out Tag if you guys never seen it. It's on HBO now. It's really great. All right, coming in at number. Where am I? Yeah, at number 5 is Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Now here, Jeremy Renner plays a character named Brant, who was assigned to guard Ethan and Julia Hunt against a 6-man Serbian hit squad in Crotella. And so, like, he felt the job would be simple due to them knowing of the coming force. And so, like, he felt that he should warn Ethan and Julia nonetheless. But of course, however, he considered that orders are orders, and kept quiet about coming danger. And I mean, he pretty much goes from being an evil guy to being the good guy. Jeremy Renner I really loved him in this. Now, there's been lots of talks about them doing like a possible spin-off, which never came to be. But I would love to have seen a spin-off of Jeremy Renner's character. He was great here. Like, his scenes with Tom Cruise was really good. Of course, he also had Simon Pegg in this, Paul Patton, Ving Rhames, some good cast members. But it was really Jeremy Renner that stole the whole movie. I mean, it's still a shame that he didn't reprise his role for the other installments, but nonetheless, he was still great in this movie. Coming in at number 4 is the Oscar-winning movie Hurt Locker. Now, I will admit up front, I still never think that this movie should have won Best Picture, to be honest with you. But that doesn't take away of how good the movie was. It was directed by Catherine Bigelow, who did a great job at directing. And of course, you got Jeremy Renner, who plays Sergeant First Class William James. And that's, I mean, of course, you also had Anthony Mackie. I mean, we had Hawkeye and Falcon before the Avengers came around. Anyway, The Hurt Locker is a really great war movie. It has good performances. Jeremy Renner scored an Oscar nomination for this, well deserving. Of course, you had Guy Pearce was great. Evangeline Lilly, another Marvel actor, appeared in this. A few other cast members in this included the likes of Ray Fiennes, David Morse. It's a really good cast members. I mean, it's a really good film. Like I said, I still never think that should have won Best Picture, but that doesn't take away how good the movie was still. And Catherine Bigelow did a great job at directing this, and definitely check out The Hurt Locker if you guys still never seen it. Coming in at number 3 is Captain America: Civil War. Now, this is actually the last time we get to see, like before Endgame, of course. This was like the last time Renner appeared as a Hawkeye. But anyway, I thought Hawkeye was great in this. This time around, he actually is facing off against Black Widow, which I kind of already mentioned this, but it was pretty cool seeing Black Widow and Hawkeye face off because in the Avengers, they looked like they were establishing a relationship of sorts, and seeing them fighting together was interesting. And like I said, Civil War was just great. I could watch that movie tons of times. It's really fun, and yeah, I saw the movie about maybe 3 times when it got released. It's that great of a movie, and yeah, if you guys still never seen it, check out Civil War. It's just awesome. My number 2 favorite is, of course, The Avengers, which pretty much had, I mean, really it was Thor that kind of introduced us to Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, but it was The Avengers that really put a spotlight on Hawkeye. I thought Jeremy Renner in The Avengers was great. His interaction with the other MCU characters was all pretty cool. And of course, his chemistry with Scarlett Johansson steals the whole movie. And the scene where they're all side by side and you see Jeremy Renner about to shoot his arrow, that scene is going to be iconic from here to come. And the Avengers period is just amazing. I really love this movie. And cannot wait to see what Jeremy Renner does in Endgame. And not to mention, Disney Plus has a Hawkeye TV show coming. So we're going to be seeing Hawkeye more to come. But what movie is better than those films? My number 1 favorite Jeremy Renner movie, believe it or not, is Dahmer. This is a totally different role for Jeremy Renner. Because Jeremy Renner is, of course, known as a... I mean, the guy could do comedy, he could do action, but it's pretty cool to see him do something creepy like this. Because, of course, in Dahmer, he plays famed serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. And there's been actors who played Jeffrey Dahmer before, but Jeremy Renner really played this role perfectly. He really embodied the role of Jeffrey Dahmer. He was really creepy. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer was not a good guy at all. Like, he killed lots of people, and Jeremy Renner, definitely is one of his most creepiest roles he's ever done. And I think it's one of his best performances, too. Like, it shows of how great of an actor Jeremy Renner could be. And this was actually one of his, earliest roles, believe it or not. And he was terrific. I mean, if you guys never seen his Dahmer movie... Sorry. If you guys never seen his Dahmer film, check it out. It's a really good little film. Creepy, but good. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter. 9, The Town. 8, Wind River. 7, American Hustle. 6, Tag. 5, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. 4, The Hurt Locker. 3, Captain America Civil War. 2, The Avengers. 1, Dahmer. Now, there's loads of other ones I probably could have added. His Jason Bourne movie was okay, but it wasn't all that great, to be honest with you. Let's see. Um, he's also been in other stuff like Kill the Messenger, which I did not like, to be honest with you. 28 Weeks Later, Arrival with Amy Adams was okay. Assassination of Jesse James with Brad Pitt was good. North Country with Charlize Theron. National Lampoon's Senior Trip he was in. The Immigrant with Joaquin Phoenix and Maren Cotillard. That was not all that good, to be honest with you. Let's see. The Founder, he was a producer on. And he's just awesome. Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite Jeremy Renner movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Tom Self signing off.